Authorities are cracking down on illegal tobacco syndicates, implementing new legislation for all imports starting next month. Sky News Sydney reporter Stella Todorovic was taken on a tour of the facility where thousands of packets of tobacco are seized every day.
At first glance, Orson looks just like any other 3-year-old dog bursting with energy.
Ready?
So strong.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
Good boy, Orson! Yay!
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
But this Labrador is no normal pet. He spends his days detecting tobacco for the Australian Border Force.
Good boy. Good job, Orson. Woo! Good boy.
Authorities don't solely rely on Orson and his canine crew. There are many detection methods at this gateway.
Sky News has been granted access to Australia's busiest mailroom. This particular facility in Western Sydney processes around 80% of the country's mail. That's around 1 million articles a week.
This border protection officer, will identify only as Pete, finds various types of narcotics, ice pipes, shock devices and firearms hidden in parcels on a daily basis. But his most common seizure is tobacco.
Pete, how many boxes of tobacco come in to this facility during the week?
In a day we would see literally thousands.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you the exact amount, but it's thousands.
And from July 1st, new legislation is coming into effect.
Yep.
Do you think that that number will increase or decrease?
I don't see any end to the importation. As the cigarette prices keep rising, they're a more attractive commodity to import. So I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
One of the big concerns for authorities is the link between tobacco and organised crime.
It's a very favourable method of generating a lot of money in a very short space of time.
So where's all this tobacco coming from?
Anywhere where tobacco is cheap in that country, so you're looking at China, South Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia.
Illegal syndicates are set up to avoid paying duties and increase profits. The criminal enterprise costing Australia millions in revenue. New legislation aims to crack down on these drug rings.
So there's a big change coming into Australia, and one of the biggest changes that the Border Force has experienced in a while. So tobacco will become a prohibited import come 1st of July. So currently tobacco is a revenue good, which therefore means on its importation, people can choose to pay the duty and the taxes and receive that product. But from 1st of July, they won't be able to collect that item. If it arrives here through the mail stream, it will be seized and destroyed.
How often or how regularly do people actually pay these duties?
In the mail stream, because a lot of the product coming through is for syndicates trying to smuggle the tobacco through, so we don't get too much payment. But in the general public, a lot of people do pay for their duties and taxes on their tobacco to bring it in.
And how many syndicates have been squashed this year?
I can't give you the specifics because there's a number of cases still going, but we have had a couple of big detections just recently.
And that starts here, and then you pass it on to the authorities?
Correct. So once we detect it here, we have our own tobacco task force, which will pass the information on to, and they'll do the investigations and catch those people who bring the stuff in.
And that includes dogs, scanners?
Yep, so we have a layered approach out here at the gateway. So we have the options to use our tobacco dogs. We also have our staff who are highly trained to use X-rays, and also we feed in from intelligence from around the world to detect the products coming in as well.
The new legislation comes into effect July 1st. Stella Todorovic, Sky News in Sydney.